You know, folks, we talk a lot about relationships on this show, and one of the most toxic dynamics you can encounter is with a narcissist. Spotting a narcissist can be tricky because they often present themselves as charming and confident at first. But beneath that surface, there's a whole lot of trouble brewing. Some common signs can help you identify narcissistic traits. In this video, we're going to dive deep into 8 key signs of a narcissist. We're going to talk about what to look for, how to protect yourself, and how to get out of a relationship if you find yourself entangled with one of these individuals. So, buckle up, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. The first sign you're dealing with a narcissist is their insatiable need for admiration. They crave compliments like oxygen and need constant validation. If you don't feed their ego, watch out. They can't handle criticism and take any feedback as a personal attack. They'll deflect, get defensive, and might even make you feel bad for questioning them. A narcissist will exaggerate their accomplishments to an almost comical degree. They expect special treatment wherever they go and believe rules don't apply to them. If they don't get it, you don't want to be around for the meltdown. Bottom line, dealing with a narcissist is like dealing with a bottomless pit of need. You can pour all your energy into trying to fill them up, but it'll never be enough. Let's talk about empathy, or rather, the lack thereof. Narcissists have a hard time understanding or caring about other people's feelings. They're so wrapped up in their own world that they're practically blind to the emotions of others. If you're hurting, don't expect any sympathy from a narcissist. They might even use your vulnerability to their advantage. They'll twist your words, play the victim, and keep the focus on their own needs. Empathy is the glue that holds relationships together. Without it, you're just left with 2 people orbiting each other in a cold, empty space. Let's talk about grandiosity, that inflated sense of self-importance that's a hallmark of narcissism. These folks truly believe they are superior to everyone else. They walk around with an air of entitlement, like they're doing the world a favor just by being in it. They'll dominate conversations, talking endlessly about their accomplishments and connections. It's all about building themselves up, even if it's built on a foundation of sand. Confidence is quiet and self-assured, but grandiosity is loud and desperate for validation. Deep down, beneath all that bluster, there's a fragile ego waiting to be shattered. They need constant affirmation because they don't truly believe their own hype. And that's the difference between confidence and grandiosity. One is secure, the other is a facade. Now let's talk about manipulation, one of the narcissist's most powerful tools. These folks are masters at twisting situations to their advantage. They'll guilt trip you, gaslight you, and play the victim. You might not even realize you're being manipulated until it's too late. You start to question your own judgment and walk on eggshells around them. They need to be in control and will use any means necessary to maintain that control. They'll isolate you from your friends and family, making you dependent on them. They'll control your finances, your time, your decisions. It's all about power. They need to feel like they're pulling the strings. Manipulation is insidious, gradually eroding your sense of self-worth. You start to doubt your own instincts. Here's the thing about narcissists that might surprise you. Beneath that arrogant exterior lies a shockingly fragile sense of self-esteem. These folks who seem so self-assured are actually incredibly insecure. They can't handle criticism and need constant validation to prop up their fragile egos. When their self-image is threatened, they can lash out with surprising venom. They'll belittle and demean you to put you back in your place. It's like they're constantly walking on a tightrope, trying to maintain this image of perfection. That fear and insecurity drive their need for control and admiration. It's a fragile facade. Narcissists don't do relationships. They do transactions. They see people as objects to be used for their own benefit. They're always looking for what they can get out of a relationship. They'll charm you, flatter you, and tell you what you want to hear. But once they've gotten what they need, they'll discard you without a second thought. Friendships and romantic relationships with a narcissist are often one-sided. You're always the one giving, making sacrifices, and putting their needs first. Narcissists lack the capacity for genuine empathy, the foundation of any healthy relationship. You can't build a lasting relationship on that kind of foundation. Narcissists are obsessed with power and status. They crave it and need it like oxygen. They're always striving to climb the social ladder and surround themselves with influential people. They'll name drop, brag about their accomplishments, and do whatever it takes to impress. They gravitate towards positions of power, where they can exert control over others. They need to be the ones calling the shots. They'll target people who are easily manipulated to further their own ambitions. They'll step on anyone who gets in their way. One of the saddest things about narcissists is their inability to form genuine, lasting connections. Their relationships are often shallow and transactional. They're incapable of truly letting anyone in or being vulnerable. They hide behind a mask of arrogance and grandiosity. As a result, they end up feeling isolated and alone. They may have a string of failed friendships and romantic relationships. People get tired of their drama and inability to reciprocate. Deep down, they yearn for connection, but their own defenses keep them from achieving it. So, there you have it, folks. 8 key signs of a narcissist. Not everyone who exhibits some of these traits is a full-blown narcissist. But if you notice a consistent pattern of these behaviors causing you pain, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. Set boundaries, limit your contact, and don't be afraid to walk away. You deserve to be in relationships with people who value and respect you,